Hey everyone, welcome back. I know you've been patient, but here's the story. First of all, the introduction. My name is Ramsey Chidi. I'm the host of Open Mic. On today's episode, we're missing my co-host, Tanis Coughlin. She's actually doing another show at the same time, so we had a conflict, and as of next week, we're gonna change the time, the day from Thursday to Friday, so we are able to accommodate her because she's actually busy on Thursdays. So that's done. I've been off for the summer. It's been a long off, to be honest with you, and I do apologize for that. But it gave me time to actually travel. I went around the world. Well, not around the world, but I went to a couple of countries. One of them, I went back to Lebanon, and I was very amazed to see that a lot of people over there are listening to my show, which was amazing. My cousins and cousins from both families. Thank you. And I realized that the country has changed, or it has evolved in the past couple of years since I last was there, and that actually brought joy to me. And I thought maybe I should be focused more on also the people over there. So if any of you has any question, you'd like to understand certain things, because I've heard like certain people didn't even know what energy healing is. So I'm going to try to incorporate all of these in the show, and hopefully I'll be able to satisfy everybody's curiosity around the topic. And if I don't, please don't hesitate to either send me a direct message through Messenger or through email on Facebook, whichever method you'd like. I'm available for that. So let's get on with our show tonight. Tonight, I thought we'll start with NLP. NLP is actually a short for neuro linguistic programming. Now, what that means is that we play with the conscious subconscious mind in order to change certain things so that we can overcome emotional trauma and emotional blockages that we hold on from whenever it was, whenever those things happen. Sometimes we don't even know that they exist. So NLP is, what happens is that you go into hypnosis, and in the state of hypnosis, you'll be working with the professional to help you actually remove or put aside your conscious mind, basically put it to sleep for a second, so that anything that is sitting or lurking in your subconscious that is driving your current behavior could just surface on its own. I'll put an example. I don't know, for example, your mother left you one day and she went shopping and she left you at home and you were okay with it, but then you come back to realize that you felt a sense of abandonment, and that abandonment sits with you in the background, and your whole behavior starts to rotate around abandonment. So by moving the conscious mind, which is the conscious mind is what we think and do with every day, is the analytical one that thinks all the time. So we basically put it on the side, and then we allow the subconscious to bring up whatever is sitting in the back. So what does the conscious mind do and doesn't do? When you drive, you get in the car, you open the car, you sit in there, you turn it on, you put the steering gear on drive, and you start driving. You look around, you look in your blind spot, and so what? These are all conscious activities that we do. We get on the road and we're driving. There's traffic. We're aware of everything that is happening around us. We know the cars behind, on the side. We keep an eye. Well, some of us don't, but a lot of us do keep an eye on the cars around, so that in case we want to change lane, we know exactly if there's somebody over there blocking us. We look at the blind spot again. All that is done consciously. But if you notice, sometimes what happens is that you go from point A to point B and you just get there. You don't know what happened. You're too busy either focusing on the person right next to you and having a chat, or you're focusing on a chatter in your mind. And while that is all happening, your subconscious, who knows how to drive, is already pre-programmed for that. We taught ourselves how to drive, just takes us there. It keeps an eye, but our conscious mind is too busy doing something else. So the focus is not on the road. The focus is on the person sitting right next to us, while our subconscious is focusing on driving. And that is a program that lurks in the background that helps us to do certain things. Now, the good part is that it helps us drive safely to home. But again, there are other blocked emotions that sits there and we're not sure what it is. We don't know what it is. We do certain things in certain ways and we just can't explain it. And we try to justify it. We justify it with words. We justify it with imaging. This is, or the best one that we all use. That's how I am. Why, you want to change me now? And that's not true. That's not how you are. This is how you were programmed to be. And if you don't like the programming, if you don't like the outcome of what you're doing, then maybe you should change it. Now, how do we change this? And I was working with a client and she told me, you can't change the past. True. You can't change what actually happened. I don't know. Let me rephrase that. What happened. That cannot be changed. What we can change is our perception of what happened. So, for example, as a child, you spilled the, I don't know, cup of water, milk, whatever it is on the table. It went down on the carpet, ruined the carpet. One of your parents was angry. They started yelling, how come you didn't see that? Blah, 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 whatever. And it creates a blocked emotion. And emotion is, what happens is that there's an image of what happened as the glass fell. And then there's either anger, frustration, or shame, whatever it is that you felt at that point in time when the glass fell. And that gets lodged somewhere in the body. So we hold on to this unknowingly, and it kind of makes us more attentive to every glass on the table or to everything around us that might spill. But we don't know why that is. And if we sit with the idea, why am I doing this? And then just close my eyes, take a deep breath, and starts to feel, where would that be? Where is that feeling sitting within my body? And a lot of time we start to feel certain discomfort, maybe a muscle tension or something else, whatever it is, that wasn't there, but it just came out when we started to think about that. And that's where the trauma lies, in that part of the body. Now, if you don't do NLP, you don't know what NLP is, you don't want to go into it, whatever the thing is, what you can do, you can meditate on that trauma, on that point in your body. Close your eyes and allow the emotions to surface. So you're either gonna cry, you might even wanna scream, or whatever it is that is lodged in there that was not taken care of at that point in time might surface. And what we need to do at that point in time is nothing. Absolutely nothing. Just allow it to rise. Sit with it. Just be comfortable with that emotion. Just be comfortable with it. Don't talk to it. Don't do anything. If it's going up and your throat is blocked, that's fine. Your throat is blocked. You want to scream it out, you scream it out. You want to cry it, you cry it, and so on. And once that emotion passes, it releases the grip on the body. And it also releases the grip on the subconscious. Now, what do we do? Now, before we get to the NLP, let's go into it. So, to go into a meditative state that's when you switch into an altered state, which is a meditative state. And what that happens is that the frequencies of the mind, they start to change, of the brain. Your conscious mind will start to quiet down. There's less noise in there. You're not thinking as much. Thoughts will start to come up from here and there, and you just allow it to pass without engaging with it. And slowly, slowly, it starts to quiet down. Now, I was never able to get it to quiet down to zero. There are certain people that can. I personally can't. While I meditate, whatever it is, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 1 minute, something comes up. It comes up and I allow it. I don't get angry at it anymore. I don't get angry at myself. I just allow the thought to come. It comes in whatever form it comes, and I just let it go. I don't engage with it. It's cold. Okay, it's cold. We have to get something from the supermarket because it's closing soon. It passes. And whatever silly stuff that the mind brings and throws at me, I'm ready for it. I'm ready by not engaging. And if you do not engage, then the mind will allow it to pass. And it won't even stop anymore. It won't continue anymore. It starts to slow down. It starts to slow down slowly. And then you get into your meditative altered state. In a hypnosis state, which is an altered state, the same thing happens. But it's at an easier. It's easier to get there than to sit in silence, because the NLP practitioner will be guiding the person into a meditative state. We'll walk you through, I don't know, the forest. You get into, there's a house in there. You walk in, you build the house based on what you feel is right for it, the living room, how it's supposed to be. But you feel, there's a feeling in there. So we include feelings, sensation, hearing, seeing, smelling, touching, and feeling. All of this gets involved within that not meditative, but hypnosis state. So we feel everything around us. We sit down, we relax. Then what we do, we play a little trick on the subconscious mind, on the conscious mind, I apologize. We play a little trick on the conscious mind by quieting it. We move its attention to something else. It's too busy right now decorating and fixing up stuff. Then the feelings comes in, and then the conscious mind just starts to slow down slowly. And then the subconscious from the back comes up. And a word comes up. An image comes up. A feeling comes up. Something comes up. And that's where the neurolinguistic programming, basically changing the words, allowing the subconscious to see it from a different perspective, to release those emotional blockages. So what happens is, for example, I'll take that spilled glass of water. The parent walks in, starts yelling, "What is this?" They clean it up. In an NLP session, once you get into your subconscious and this particular event comes up, will change the perception of what happened. Instead of having the parent coming to scream and yell, what the parent does is, "Oh, the milk spilled. Let me clean it up. No problem." And he cleans it up. He or she, one of the parents, will clean it up. So the person's perception of what took place just changed. The event is still there. The milk is spilled. Somebody cleaned it with no negative commentary on it. And that's how you change your past. See, because people believe that the past is fixed. The past doesn't exist. The past is a memory that is charged with emotion that you can see it now. So the event has happened now. See, our mind can't differentiate between what's real and what's not. You can close your eyes today. Actually, this is what happens. We're ready to go purchase a ticket for a 1-week vacation down south. All inclusive. We open up the brochures and we see those beautiful beaches and swimming pools and buffets of food and so on. And we're already in it. We get so excited that we're in that picture. The vacation already started. We're living it right then and there. And we continue living it until we arrive to our destination. We're so excited. That excitement, that feeling that we changed from a gloomy one in a February timeframe where it is cold outside, it's raining, and you take your whole conscious mind and plug it into a picture, sun and sand, and then your feeling gets uplifted. You're happier. You get there to your vacation on the first day, you're on top of the world. On the third day, the vacation ends. Even if it's for a week, on the third day, it ends. You're 3 days away from getting back to the February weather in your country. You start to decline. The emotions of happiness and excitement starts to decline because now I'm going back to where I came from. I have to think about my work. I have to think about a million things that I have to do over here, which I forgot about when I purchased the ticket, when I actually looked at the brochure. So the mind is a funny thing. It does not know reality from non-reality. So if we take it on a journey into an old memory, which is as if it's happening today, because the past is happening right now. I brought the memory in here with all this charged emotions, anger and everything all together. It all came in here. And I just start to change few little things. Tonality, we change. We change the wording. We change how we view certain things. Maybe even understanding the other person's point of view. So it's like, oh, yes, I would have done the same thing. And that immediately, it's like instant. It breaks the shackle of that memory instantly. It just disappears. That memory doesn't exist anymore because we created a new memory to replace it, but with the softer emotions, happier, loving, whatever it is. And that will be imprinted on instead of the other one, because the other one doesn't exist. And we can move forward with that. That clears our mind. Again, it takes time because it depends on the age, we hold a lot of memories and we hold a lot of traumas. And what I saw back home in Lebanon is people have a lot of trauma, which I carried part of it before I left. And from the day that I left till now, there are much more that took place, more events that happened, people losing their money, people losing their homes, explosions, and so on, that had left people with additional trauma to deal with. And I'm hoping those little things, those little nuggets that we talk about on this show would help them and anybody else around the world that needs it. And I'm sure if you're watching it right now, it means you need it. If you have any question on how to release certain trauma, please don't hesitate to contact me. You can either reach me on my website, ramseycheaty.net. You can, in there, in the website, there's a place that you can send me a message, or on Facebook through the Awakened Mind, or my personal page through Messenger. So I'm available for whoever, and I will put that actually right now. All right. So now it's posted on YouTube, and I'll post it again on Facebook for whoever needs to contact me. Now, the benefits of meditation. And I know it's supposed to be pure NLP, but NLP is actually meditation. Part of it is meditation. And the benefits of meditation is allowing us to reconnect with who we are. Not what we are, but with who we are. What we are is a collection of old memories that we bring them today, we put them all together, and we are just like a robot. With these memories, we move forward. So when we meditate, we connect with who we are. Now, there are people call it, say you connect with your higher self, you connect with your spirit guide, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. You connect with who you are, who you truly are. Not the human, but what lies within. It's what animates this body. That's who we connect with when we meditate. And every time you clear a trapped emotion, you free yourself from a load, a heavy load that you carry on. Your meditative state becomes much easier. You're able to connect faster, and you're able to relax easier. Now, for people with shattered mind, or they have high stress jobs like mine, what I do, I use guided meditation. And why guided meditation? Because now my focus is on the voice. It is taking me on a journey. And I go on that journey. Now I do another meditation, which is called Sitting in a Power. That is phenomenal meditation. You can look for it on YouTube. There's a lot of them there's a lot of guided meditation for sitting in a power. What this meditation does, it allows you to feel. Okay, and we're talking a lot about feelings today. It allows you to feel your body. It allows you to be there from the point of relaxation. You can feel your muscles relax, become softer and smoother. So there is that touch feeling, and there is that inner feeling that it relaxed. And slowly, slowly, you go over your whole body. And then from there, you take a little white ball inside that starts to grow and grow to fill the whole body. You can feel the sensation of all of that happening. So that's another one that I really enjoy doing. Uh, Other than that, I sometimes just, stare at the wall, diffuse my vision. I'm not focused on anything really. And I just quiet my mind, take a look over there, and just do nothing. Images might come up, but they're my mind trying to, trick me to do something about it. But all I want is a quiet time. And that quiet time recharges me. What it does, it recharges everybody, whoever uses it, it recharges them. You feel back connected within your body. Trauma moves us away from there. Those little techniques help us to get back into our body, to start to feel it, to be within it, every inch of it. So you're not just flowing through, time is flying, you don't know what is happening. No, you are in that moment. You are in every moment. And it is very, very important to be connected, because with that connection, it actually opens up. It's like a treasure box. It's hidden knowledge that it is within you, that you've collected over the years. You have no idea it exists. And then when somebody brings up a topic, it just comes up. I call them silly information that I collect, but they just come up. I don't know what they are. I don't recall reading about them. I don't recall anything, but they just come up. And of course, I must have read them, heard them from somewhere, either from people around or whatever, YouTube or other social media. It gets stuck in there somewhere in the back of my head. And then when somebody brings up that topic, I'll tell you one thing. My nephew wanted to pierce his ear, and he goes, "Oh, I'm gonna pierce my ear when I was in Lebanon." And I go, "Oh yeah, you have to wait 4 days, and you have to keep on twisting it, and you can't take it out." And I go, "Where did I get this information from?" Literally, I was giving him all the instruction that he needs, that the pharmacist didn't give it to him. But that comes from, I don't know, maybe when my daughter pierced her ears, somebody told us about it, and I don't remember it at all. And all of a sudden, because there is no chatter as much in my mind, other information are quickly accessible. And it's a good thing to have, because that feeling where you're just connected to everything. Somebody says something, you just bring it up, you contribute to the conversation. You feel what is happening around you. You are present in wherever you are. Even in your car, when you're focusing on the person right next to you, and all the cars are driving around you, you are present. Your subconscious takes over, but you will be present. You'll be able to feel what is happening, and you'll know if there's danger on the road, because you're present to that. Otherwise, you'll be a victim to your mind. And that's when the subconscious takes over unconsciously, driving us to I call it a self-destruct because at one point I was on a self-destruct, and now after all these clearings and NLP sessions and sessions that I've given to others, and also coaching that I've done to others, every time I do coaching to someone, a light bulb opens up in my mind, and I realize, oh, that lesson was for me. And the funny part about humans is that we're all the same, and we all have the same issues. All of us. Packaged differently, but we all have the same issues. That is actually our talk for today. I want to thank you for joining me. It's a short one. It's the beginning. Next time will be with Tanis. And on November 4th, I have a special guest with us that's coming in. And we're going to talk about the language of light, or light language, one of the two. They're the same, but I don't know. Each one calls it differently. So there's that happening. And I'm hoping to get someone else in November also from Mexico to give us a taste of her way of healing people and what type of, what do you call that, modalities she uses in order to awaken the mind and help people physically and mentally. And by the way, those little issues that are stuck in our subconscious and they do affect our body also. If you're holding an emotion that is negative and is actually driving your life, most probably it is also driving the health of your body. Because every time it resonates, it actually it has a negative effect on the body. Because you're reliving a trauma every day. Imagine you have someone yelling at you every day. Yeah, that's awesome. I don't know who's this Facebook user, but yeah, thank you. You just got it. When is the light language? The light language is on November 4th. And you guys are welcome. It's on November 4th. I'll be putting that on Facebook also. And yes, so I was saying is that you're reliving the same instant over and over and over again, subconsciously. So imagine the stress level that the body is taking from one trauma. One. And we hold a ton of them. And that's all of us. Okay, except monks that are living somewhere in Tibet. But other than that, I believe most of the people around the world hold the same type of trauma, and we suffer on a daily basis, consciously and unconsciously. And that ends up in our body in different forms. Hey, Betsy, in different forms of pain and destruction to our body. And on that note, I thank you a lot for joining me. Thank you, Betsy, and everyone that is live with me. And we'll see you next. Well, actually, it is. Let me just make sure I got the dates right because I've been messing up with the dates. The next one will be on the 18th of October. It's a Friday. I will post it shortly, and I will see all of you then. Thank you very much, and have an awesome evening. And for all these Canadians, happy Thanksgiving. It was this week. Enjoy, and let's give thanks for everything that we have. Have a great evening. Take care.